Good to see you guys. Okay, so I want to open with a bit of context. I've spent the better part of the last few years building out a pretty specific process for evaluating crypto platforms. Not skimming them, not forming opinions based on what other people are saying about them, but testing them hands-on, tracking results over time, and drawing conclusions from what I personally observe. And the reason I keep gravitating back to mining infrastructure specifically is because I think it's one of those areas where the technology has genuinely moved faster than the public conversation around it has. So today I'm going to walk through all of it in real time so you can see exactly what I see as it happens. Then I want to close out with a frank conversation about security in this space and what that actually looks like in practice. All right, let's get into it. One thing I want to establish before we start navigating. This platform runs identically across any device. Phone, tablet, desktop, no stripped down mobile version, no missing features depending on what I'm sitting at. And I point that out not as a throwaway detail, but because it's the kind of thing that reflects how seriously the engineering was taken. Okay, I'm launching it, and there we go, dashboard is loaded. So this is the operational center. Session configuration, live monitoring, everything I need to manage and track a run is on this single screen. First thing I'm doing is selecting a token, and I think this is one of those features that sounds routine until you actually look at the scope of it. The platform is built on multi-chain, which means I'm currently looking at 14 different assets to work with, and it gives me meaningful flexibility depending on what I'm holding at any given moment. All right, now I'm moving into the data center cluster power settings. Here I'm configuring the operating parameters for the session, how much computing capacity gets committed, and how intensely the system runs throughout the duration of the run. And the reason I approach this deliberately rather than just pushing everything to maximum is straightforward. These settings have a direct bearing on the final result at the end. So how I configure this is an actual decision, not just a formality. Okay, I'm going ahead and pressing start now, and all right, session launched. Console is running right here in front of me. Elapsed time, resource utilization, session progress, and a live log feed that I keep my eye on that gives me a real-time read on how the system is actually operating under the hood. So I'm going to let this run for a few minutes, and then I'll walk through the full withdrawal process from start to finish. Okay guys, so let me close out the session now. Okay, pop-up is on screen, session is complete, and it's showing me the exact output from this run right here. That's what this session produced. So to get BNB moved out, first thing I need is to enter my receiving address. So let me just handle that. Good, that's in. Next up is the infrastructure covering. That's the platform's charge for the session, derived from the configuration I had set and the total active session time. Clean and logical model. And this is worth pointing out, I'm not tied to any specific token when it comes to settling this. I can use whatever is most practical for me at this particular moment. There's also a wallet connect option that handles it automatically in a single step, but I'm going manual just so the entire process is visible and nothing happens off screen. Everything is in, confirming it, and now it's just processing. It should come through in a few minutes. Okay, while that's clearing, let me get into what cloud mining actually is for anyone here who's coming to this fresh. The model is straightforward. Instead of using physical mining hardware, running it yourself, absorbing the electricity costs and the maintenance overhead, I'm accessing computing infrastructure that already exists inside a professional data center. I settle session parameters, the system handles the operational side, and the mined output routes to me. No hardware, no setup, no ongoing costs on my end. And because that model appears so accessible from the outside, it's always drawn in projects that are designed to simulate it without actually delivering it. And what makes this a sustained problem rather than a solved one is that this industry simply doesn't generate natural pause points. Something new is always moving, always getting attention, and that relentless pace creates a kind of pressure where stopping to properly scrutinize something can start to feel like falling behind. The people who build fake sites understand that dynamic, and they engineer specifically around it. So, the operating principle I hold without exception every single time is I move my tokens off the platform and into a wallet where I control the private keys. Make that the default move, not the eventual one. That single discipline has quietly protected me more times than I can accurately account for. Okay, so to close this out, my default assumption when I start testing a platform is that I'm going to find something that doesn't add up. That's the posture that makes this kind of work useful. And what happened with this one, across more than 30 sessions over several weeks, working through essentially the full asset list, is that I never found it. Not in the session performance, not in the fee calculations, not in the withdrawal process. Everything ran cleanly and the experience held up with complete consistency from the first session to the most recent one. And I think that says more than anything else I could put in this video. Thanks for your time.